Hey, welcome back, tribe, to the NASW Code of Ethics, Section 4, Social Workers' Ethical Responsibilities as Professionals. 4.01, Competence. A, social workers should accept responsibility or employment only on the basis of existing competence or the intention to acquire the necessary competence. So again, we want to make sure that we're competent in the work that we're going to be providing, or plan to become competent, like going through the appropriate, channels to gain that knowledge, that expertise, before just saying like, all right, we're just going to provide services and just kind of like wing it. B, social workers should strive to become and remain proficient in professional practice and the performance of professional functions. Social workers should critically examine and keep current with emerging knowledge relevant to social work. Social workers should routinely review the professional literature and participate in continuing education relevant to social work practice and social work ethics. So making sure that we're current within the profession as a whole. We don't want to be stagnant. We want to continue to grow, and making sure that, we're up to date so that we can provide the best type of service to our clients. C, social workers should base practice on recognized knowledge, including empirically based knowledge relevant to social work and social work ethics. So again, we don't want to just wing it. We want to make sure that we're actually utilizing the knowledge that's already out there, that we've learned, and applying that to better serve the clients and the profession as a whole. 4.02, discrimination. Social workers should not practice, condone, facilitate, or collaborate with any form of discrimination on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, color, sex, sexual orientation, gender, identity or expression, age, marital status, political belief, religion, immigration status, or mental or physical ability. So again, we don't want to discriminate against anyone for anything, honestly. 4.03, private conduct. Social workers should not permit their private conduct to interfere with their ability to fulfill their professional responsibilities. So if you guys ever heard that saying of leave it at the door, because again, we're professionals. We want to make sure that none of that personal outside stuff is interfering with the services that we're providing to clients, colleagues, or our services as a whole. 4.04, dishonesty, fraud, and deception. Social workers should not participate in, condone, or be associated with dishonesty, fraud, or deception. So it's just no. 4.05, impairment. We're human, we're not perfect. So this kind of addresses that of A, social workers should not allow their own personal problems, psychosocial distress, legal problems, substance abuse, or mental health difficulties to interfere with their professional judgment and performance, or to jeopardize the best interests of people for whom they have a professional responsibility. But then it goes into B, social workers whose personal problems, psychosocial distress, legal problems, substance abuse, or mental health difficulties interfere with their professional judgment and performance should immediately seek consultation and take appropriate remedial action by seeking professional help, making adjustments in workload, terminating practice, or taking any other steps necessary to protect clients and others. So again, they're saying, hey, we shouldn't allow this stuff to impact our quality of work, serving, the clients or whoever it may be. But if it does, because again, we're human, we want to take remedial steps, remedial action to address those things and not let it go on. 4.06, misrepresentation. A, social workers should make clear distinctions between statements made and actions engaged in as a private individual and as a representative of the social work profession, a professional social work organization, or the social workers employing agency. So, where if you ever saw those things where it says, the views of this person does not reflect the company and da. So you want to make sure that if you are in that position as a whole, that you're making sure that when you're representing the company, you're representing the company. And when you're representing your own personal views and everything, that's made clear so there's no confusion. B, social workers who speak on behalf of professional social work organizations should accurately represent the official and authorized positions of these organizations. So again, we just want to be accurate. We don't want to put our spin, our bias, or anything like that onto it. We want to represent these agencies, these organizations that we're part of accurately. C, Social workers should ensure that their representations to clients, agencies, and the public of professional qualifications, credentials, education, competence, affiliations, services provided, or results to be achieved are accurate. So making sure that they're accurate. Social workers should claim only those relevant professional credentials they actually possess and take steps to correct any inaccurate or misrepresentations of their credentials by others. So often, I don't know if you guys ever experienced this or not, but sometimes people will call me like Dr. Ledette or anything like that because they hear therapist and they're not like fully aware. And I would tell them like, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm an lcsw, licensed clinical social worker. A doctor is something else. So I would just make sure to correct them. 4.07 solicitations. A, social workers should not engage in uninvited solicitation of potential clients who, because of their circumstances, are vulnerable to undue influence, manipulation, or coercion. B, social workers should not engage in solicitation of testimonial endorsements, including solicitation of consent to use a client's prior statement as a testimonial endorsement from current clients or from other people who, because of their particular circumstances, are vulnerable to under influence. So this is actually one of the critiques I have of the code of ethics, where with anything, right, people want to see and hear about the quality of service being provided, again, with any profession. And let's say with social work, you're providing therapy services, where if there was a way where we could, ask for feedback that we could use so that other potential clients could see the quality of that provider, I think that would be beneficial. And again, it is in the greater good of the clients / future clients. 4.08, acknowledging credit. A, social workers should take responsibility and credit, including authorship credit, only for work they have actually performed and to which they have contributed. B, social workers should honestly acknowledge the work of and the contributions made by others. So no plagiarism, and we want to give credit where credit's due. Okay, tribe, that's it for today's video. That was the NASW Code of Ethics breakdown, section 4 of social workers' ethical responsibilities as professionals. And we're going to keep this series going. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a social work friend, because this is important that we break this down and really have a firm understanding of it. All right, guys, I'll see you next video.